Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a rant. So I'm going to be talking about the film Contracted. It was actually requested of me by one of my patrons, Ben, as per, one of his perks for being a patron. So the link to my Patreon page is always in the description if you want to see those perks for yourself. Yeah. Maybe I'll just say, Ben, if you requested this movie of me because you like the film, maybe don't watch. And that's a disclaimer that kind of goes for everybody. It does say rant in the title. It is a rant. So if you don't want to watch a rant, click away. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, so written and directed by Eric England, Contracted follows Sam, who contracts a mysterious virus after she is date raped by a stranger at a party. So where do I begin? I guess at the beginning. I don't know. The movie starts off normal enough. Like, it seems a little bit low budget. The acting isn't that great. The dialogue is a bit awkward. All things I can kind of get past, that's fine. Doesn't make it an awful movie necessarily. We're introduced to Sam, who I feel like as soon as she gets to this party at the beginning, Alice's party, like every character she encounters kind of reinforces the fact that Sam is a lesbian, or at one point, her ex is a girl. And I feel like we're just driving that home a lot in the beginning of the movie. But the movie is written by a man, so I didn't have the highest hopes for that anyway. Then Sam gets the virus, which is immediately disgusting, I will just say. So much blood, and we get to kind of like our first little inaccuracies. Anyone in their right mind would have gone to the emergency room. And I know, like in the movie, she just assumes that she's gotten her period. But she also has like these black veins showing up on her abdomen and all of that. And there's so that's like, red flag number one. Like, I immediately would have gone to the emergency room whether I thought it was my period or not. Like, black veins on your abdomen, like, no, that's not normal. And I'm just gonna say, as somebody who gets a period every month, when something's wrong, okay? Maybe men cannot relate to this, and like I said, this was written by a man, so maybe he doesn't understand, but I'm here to tell you, Eric, that I know if something's wrong. And I'm sure most women can agree. You just know when something's wrong. But, whatever, I guess we wouldn't have a movie if she goes right to the emergency room, so fine, whatever. So then we have Sam's ex, who we finally meet, Nikki. Now, I'm not a lesbian myself, but I feel like I know a stereotype when I see one, and Nikki is it. So we meet her hair is colored, she's got tattoos, piercings, and she clearly, very clearly hates men. Like, at any opportunity, whenever we have a scene with Nikki, they find a way to put in there like how much she hates the male sex. Like, before anyone gets mad, I am aware that you can totally have all of these traits and be a lesbian. You can totally have all of these traits and not be a lesbian. You can just have all of these traits in general. Anybody can. There's a famous quote, and it's not related to this at all. It's related to like an obscenity case, but I know it when I see it. And in terms of this stereotype, I feel like I know it when I see it, and this is it. Then things get worse for Sam, virus-wise, like her eyes, like it's just like straight up like just like blood in her eyes or some crap. Her hair starts falling out. She literally develops this just like rotted scab on her face. Like, I don't know if it's just like her flesh rotting away literally or something, but it's gross. You can look at her on sight and know something is wrong. So then like Sam is finally going to the hospital. Great, perfect. And then her boss calls her and tells her that, can't you just come into work for a little bit? So she still goes in, even though she's like, it's an emergency. I'm not at work because it's an emergency. But no, we still gotta go to work. Okay, let's go. Her nasty ass is making food with no gloves on. I'm just saying, that's disgusting even when somebody is perfectly healthy. If you're making food for customers, that's just, no, you don't do that. So then her boss sees her, and clearly, he looks at her and is like, whoa, you don't look well. No shit. So she tells her boss that she has pink eye, to which her boss has the worst reaction ever. It's a non-reaction. He's just like, oh, well, let me see if I can get someone in for you and then you can go home. But doesn't, but still allows her to work. For those of you that haven't worked in food service, Any normal boss, like if somebody came in and was like, hey, I have pink eye, any normal boss would immediately kick the person out, like probably physically push the person out of the store and away from anything a customer can touch or catch. So after kicking them out, they would cleanse and sanitize, probably burn anything that that employee touched. So like not only that, so she continues to make the food or whatever, and she, like her fingernails are falling off, and one of those fingernails, like rotted black and nasty fingernails, ends up in the salad that she was making with no gloves on. You hear the customer scream out in the dining room, which is a perfectly normal reaction to finding a rotted fingernail in your salad. And then we go out and we see the customers and they're literally just like shaking their heads. I know this is a totally minuscule thing to get upset over, but as somebody who's worked in food service and customer service, I've been screamed at by customers for way less than that, and that was a rotted fingernail in their salad. Like I envy you, Eric, because clearly you've never had to work in food service ever. All right, I know I went off on a tangent on that, but I hate when it's just like, the whole of the movie is just so completely unrealistic. And I realize, you know, it's like a virus that essentially turns her into a zombie, I assume, at the end of the movie. There is a part 2, I'm never gonna watch it. I think that's essentially what the movie is getting at, it's turning her into a zombie. So there are parts that have to be a little bit unrealistic. I get that, but it doesn't even seem like the movie is set in reality, you know? Just the little things like that jump out, and especially when they keep happening, these unrealistic things just keep happening, they all start to pile up, and all of a sudden I'm like, where is this movie even set? Like, it's not on planet Earth. So anyways, on top of that, Alice and Riley both give 0 fucks about what Sam looks like. They just have to get in her pants no matter what, even though she's literally got like this nasty ass, like her lip is rotted and gross, and her teeth are nasty, and her eyes are f***ed up, and she just looks like she's dying. They don't care. They still, you know, they still gotta get in their pants. Like Alice, you know, kisses her with her nasty ass mouth and then draws the line at getting blood vomited in her mouth, you know, like any normal person would draw the line there. And then Riley straight up sticks his dick in her and doesn't give any f until maggots start dropping out. You're not gonna tell me, there's no way you're gonna convince me that both of them were just so overcome by lust that they did not notice that Sam is the most disgusting thing. First offense though, I think, is Sam's motivation in general, which is apparently simply just to get her ex Nikki back, no matter what. Or the fact that something is very clearly wrong, you know, and you need to be hospitalized, quarantined. Go to the hospital? No. Wait at home and get rest until your blood results come back from the doctor? No. Harass your ex and like cry in front of her door and shit like that? Yeah. See your drug dealer friend and get loaded? Absolutely. So overall, I did not like this movie. I feel like the entire thing was completely unrealistic. Like Sam's motivations were unrealistic, her reactions were unrealistic, all the other characters were totally unrealistic and made no sense. So like I said, I'm sorry Ben if you requested this because you liked the movie. Yeah, I don't know, maybe some of you out there can glean some sort of like STD or drug addiction subtext, but you'd have a hard time convincing me that the writer-director thought that deeply into it. So I'm gonna give it a 0.5 out of 5. On IMDb, it has a 5.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 53% critic score and a 29% audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 2.5 out of 5. If you've already seen Contracted, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can ring that notification bell down there to be notified when I post a video, even though it never works. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye. This video is brought to you by all of these awesome Patreon supporters who are listed here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to find out the perks to being a Creepy Patron Peep, you can follow that link that's in the description box. And if you want to check out more videos, you can click the video that's on the screen right now.